You get more money there. Oh,
Good morning, everyone. At least
Oh,
if you're watching live, it's morning. If you're watching on the rewind, good day, wherever you are.
good day.
good day. Good day, mate.
This
How
is
you doing?
comic book clobbering time on the J Hood Creative Channel, where we take about an hour a week and just talk about all the minutia of all that's happening in the geeky world. And my pal Coach Vic and my other pal Al Shell. And there.
Wonder Twin Powers.
Activate.
Oh no, my arms! Oh my head! Oh no!
I have a quick question since I mentioned it.
Okay.
Wonder
Yeah,
Twins.
Wonder Twins, yeah.
DC, Marvel.
DC.
Wow.
And Barbara.
I've come to realize this week that I need to take it a little bit easier on you. I've been a little bit rough on you lately for your lack of comic book knowledge, and I have to remind myself that a couple years in, you still don't know.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't know anything.
Have you ever showed me a Wonder Twins comic book? I don't think so.
I don't own one.
Well, my thing is you haven't read Dark Knight Returns.
What was that?
You haven't read Dark Knight Returns, right?
I read year one.
That's not the same thing.
I read part of the Long Halloween.
Yeah, that's pretty long, wasn't it?
Okay, so here's the thing about the Dark Knight Returns and suggesting it for a new person, in my opinion. For a new reader today, it might not have the same charm it did for us when it was brand new.
Oh, you mean the Nazi boobed lady? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's got the Ronald Reagan head in it. It's like, why is Ronald Reagan in this comic book? You know, he was still the president.
Because he's the best president ever.
Listen, if we can digest the multiverse, if people can go in and go, oh, I understand this. It is a Batman. It has Batman in it. That's all you need. That's all you need to know. It's a Batman, future Batman, old Batman. There you go. If we can go and see Old Man Logan, right? Then you can watch Old Man Bruce Wayne. That's all it is.
So
they ripped it off. Marvel rips everything off, and people give him props.
What's he returning from?
The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
retirement.
He was retired.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, Old Man Wolverine or Batman.
So then it's like the Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah. Just like him.
They based the Ben
He's
Affleck
depressed, an alcoholic. Yeah, he's just like that.
So, I was trying to say my point about having a newbie read Dark Knight Returns is a two-edged sword. It's either they're going to see stuff in it that they're like, that's kind of weird. Ronald Reagan, where's he coming from? Or they're going to think, this is the best Batman story ever. Give me more. And like the rest of us, we've been looking for that more ever since, and nothing else lives up to it.
Alan Moore.
Alan Moore did what? What
he wrote the Watchmen.
Yeah. When was the last time we talked about that?
Earlier today.
Like 5 minutes before we started.
Well, I said Frank Miller. You thought never mind. I'm sorry, people.
It should be.
Yeah, it's been referenced. And I mean, comic books today they're like self-repeating. They're just hammering on existing stuff, going back to the well, so to speak.
Yeah. So
what does it take to change the comic books canon? Does the book that changed it have to be really good to supersede what's considered canon, or is it just if somebody writes something new, it's done?
So Grant Morrison wrote a little bit this week about the origin of Damian Wayne, which is the daughter of Batman, and Natalia, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, wait, the daughter of Batman.
The daughter of Ra's
is there a female Batman or a female?
Huh?
You said the daughter of Batman.
Bruce Wayne and Natalia al Ghul.
Right.
They had a kid. They had a daughter.
No, they had
They
a
had
son, Damien.
You said the daughter of Batman.
No, I said the daughter of Ra's al Ghul.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yes.
He said it was consensual. That's what Grant Morrison said. He had hinted it might not have been, that Talia was a little bit aggressive, but Grant Morrison said no, it was consensual. But here's the thing: this affair that they had was in a graphic novel that I could have bought in like the Michiana Comic Con when I was like 12 years old.
Okay.
Son of a
And
demon.
then they didn't revisit it until like 10 years ago.
Kind of like how they're trying to create Storm and T'Challa having a son now. All of a sudden, out of nowhere.
I'll go with yes.
It hasn't taken root, but all of a sudden they had a kid together.
So if it becomes a kind of the two-pronged sword. It's a popular enough opinion that it could happen,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy writing the monthly comic says it happened.
Okay.
Well,
I read something where Batman Year 2 is pretty much removed from canon.
okay. Here's the thing. They have changed the DC universe so much.
Yeah.
Well, Garrett, just do what you want. It's all it is now. It's like what you want is what you want. You know. And,
But what we do know is his parents were killed, and there's pearls laying on the.
or were they?
Pearls did not lay in the alley until year 1.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay, so why are we here, folks? Good morning.
so we're going to talk about our predictions sure to go wrong for the Batman and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. None
Like
of us
what's
have seen-
predictions? Like what happens in the movie, or how good it's going to be, or how much money
What we
it's going to
hope to see
make.
in the movie.
Yes,
Right.
we'll just talk about it.
I'll talk about Morbius. You guys talk about everything else.
To me, Morbius is the Eternals of 2022.
You think it's going to be that bad?
No, it's not that it's going to be that bad. It will be entertaining. Well, maybe because Marvel didn't produce it. I'm not looking forward to it at all.
I bet you. I predict Morbius is going to be your favorite movie.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Morbius, and I don't do horror movies.
Okay. I guess
You're gonna get the shirts, everything. Man.
Shang-Chi is probably the better comparison for me. It's on that level of interest. It's another Bronze Age character that people are hyping up that I never really latched onto. That's kind of that's how it. There's a little bit of misconnect with J Hood, right? I mean, I never cared about Blade either, but I love those movies, so it's got a chance.
Yeah, those are on Netflix now. I'm going to watch all 3 of them.
Yeah, it's the Joker.
Yep.
So Morbius is the true Batman, so we don't need to talk about this movie that's out now. The true Batman, Morbius. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's kind of true. He's a bat and a man.
All right, let's do predictions. Since Batman's already out and one of us has already seen it, he shouldn't be able to say any predictions.
You've seen it already? You said you haven't seen it.
He's seen it.
Who?
Vic's seen it.
Come on now. It was a 3-hour movie. How much of it do you think I saw?
You said you've seen it. Huh?
He hasn't seen it.
He said he's seen it.
Yeah,
Was he lying to me? That ain't cool, man. He's seen it.
My overall prediction is it's gonna be good, and we're all gonna.
Oh, that's your prediction.
It's gonna be good.
I think the movie will be really good.
You know what I want to see in this movie? Because I've been watching a little bit of Batman movies lately.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. There's a song in the 80s by a group named Deal. I only think of you on 2 occasions. That's day and night. Hey, how about some sunshine? It's okay. They have stuff happen during the daytime. That's all I'm saying. Let's have something happen during the daytime.
I don't think you're gonna
That's
see
what
that.
So we
he's
can see some
sleeping, bro.
characters. So
That's
we
what
can see
he's
what's going
sleeping.
on. Hey, how about billionaire Bruce Wayne doing something in the daytime? Because there's only two things we know about Bruce Wayne: is he's a billionaire and he's a ladies' man. Yet, let's get a little bit of that in the movie. That's all I'm saying.
So you see in the movie.
I want some character development. That's what I want to see in the movie.
You don't want to see, man. Come on, listen. I can do without Clark Kent. I can do without Bruce Wayne. Tell you the truth, I'm tired of these superheroes. Like, I'm just a normal guy. It's like, who cares? I want to see Batman busting dudes, solving crimes, being a detective, hanging upside down, scooping dudes up and eating their brains. And then I want Superman punching Earth, beating up big old monsters, because we don't see that in these movies most of the time. In these movies, most of the time, it's just like, oh no, Selena Kyle, I love her. What are we going to do? Oh no, it's the Penguin running for mayor. I don't care. I want some good stuff. And it hasn't happened. I mean, you can say Dark Knight, maybe the Joker movie.
What about
I'm
Suicide?
talking,
What
has
about
Heath
the last
Ledger.
Suicide Squad movie? Did you see that?
Oh, the last, I've seen both of them.
Okay.
With the freaking
And-
starfish.
Yeah. What do you think of Starro?
It's a comedy movie, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't it kind of devolve into that when you get into that kind of character? Or
Dude, the movie started as a comedy. James Gunn's there to make a joke out of everything. That's why the Peacemaker stuff, I'm not on board with it, even though it's hot and everybody's like, it's because it's like all these years of waiting to see like the Charlton characters kind of get their, like, oh, let's see what they're doing, and then it's just going to be a comedy thing. It's the same old. Okay, this is the new version. I love a lot of the books, okay, or the movies, whatever. This is the new version of, like, would you rather be wearing yellow spandex? This is them not being. This is the same junk of when they couldn't take a guy seriously, so they had to make we had to make something jokey. Just to be like, oh, people won't accept it unless it's funny, because they'll be like, oh, look at that dude with the big helmet on.
Let me interrupt you and ask you: have you watched all of Peacemaker yet?
No,
I haven't watched any Peacemaker because I've seen the Suicide Squad. Listen,
Let
I know
me
you love
tell
it.
you.
Let
me tell you,
whatever.
if you watch it to the end,
I'm not gonna watch it because I'm in my rebellion mode. I did the same thing I did with Battlestar Galactica. I did the same thing I did with some other stuff. Is because everybody's eating its butt. I'm not gonna eat the butt too. I'll wait until the butt gets clean and then I'll go in there.
Okay. When you watch it and watch it to the end, you'll see that it's not just. It doesn't live and die on the jokes. I'll tell you that.
Listen, I know I watched the what happened and the stuff, so I know all that, and it basically follows the comic book because his dad is, and all this. It does, but I know what's going to happen in the second season because in the comic book he was haunted by his dad's. I know about Peacemaker because I read the comic books, okay, and it wasn't a big jokey thing. What I'm saying is that it's, even though it's okay for whatever, because the character's kind of a cheesy character, but when you're gonna get into, like, they're gonna ruin, if they do a Captain Atom, they're gonna ruin that. They're gonna do Blue Beetle. It's gonna be, well, they already made Blue Beetle into a joke. I'm saying all the comic book movies besides Batman will probably end up being Aquaman. Look at Aquaman. This is a joke.
What?
This is a joke movie.
It's
He's like, hold on, bro, we gotta do this. It's the same thing. It's like, we can't take this seriously. If we do, they're afraid that people won't take it serious, so they make it it's the I'm going to make fun of myself before you can do it, and that's what they do in these movies. So that's especially with
the Joker too is Batman.
What?
So the movie I can use a Joker to is the Batman. I'm just saying.
What'd you say? What? I didn't get what you meant. I'm not getting what you meant.
It could use a joke or two.
He's saying Batman could use some levity.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's had levity. Batman's always done levity, and people go, "What?" Like Batman Begins, when he's running through the prison or whatever, and he looks like, "Don't get up" when he's running. I don't want that. I don't want Batman doing one-liners. You want that? Go watch George Clooney and whipping out his "Don't leave home without it" his credit card.
Okay,
that's what you get. We've
right,
had that, so we don't need that right now.
Let's get back on track. What do you expect to see in this movie, or what are your predictions?
I predict pain. No, I was the first guy out of the three of us to go, hey, I think it's going to be. I've seen what I've seen so far. I'm liking,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm hoping that it's a detective story. I want to see the Riddler do his, be the Zodiac killer or whatever he's going to be, and I'm sure it'll set up Penguin or something. Hopefully, I've heard that there's good chemistry between Catwoman and Batman. So hopefully I don't sit there and go, oh God, this is,
I think
hopefully they get Catwoman a better hat, better mask eventually, because I'm wearing a stocking cap. But
I think the Penguin thing is going to be like the big action movie opener part. Yeah. It's like it's going to drop us in cold. It's going to be Batman.
Oh, so he's the pop-off villain. So yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Vic can't nod his head because he's seen it. I'm buzzing. Hey, listen, he's got to be in there more. Penguin's got to be in there more because they got Colin Farrell talking and doing junket stuff. So, it'll be okay.
It could be.
I hope I like all the characters.
I'll tell you what, the chemistry between Batman kills. I'm just telling you this right now. Batman. Like I was on Robert Pattinson being Batman. I loved him. The chemistry between him and Catwoman and him and Jeffrey Wright, amazing.
Okay. Thank you for.
He's lying.
Killing the doubts.
He's.
I told you he's seen it. You didn't know he's seen it?
He's not seen
it. Was he telling you didn't see it? Dirty dog. Dirty.
I know who killed Bruce Wayne's parents now.
Uh-oh.
And I did read the books.
The Joker did not kill his parents.
Did I say the Joker killed him?
No.
I'll put it like this. The person that killed Bruce Wayne's parents ain't a villain that you know of or mentioned.
Joe Chill?
Hey, they don't mention Joe Chill. I don't see Joe Chill. I read somewhere something about Joe Chill. But I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I didn't realize that was Colin Farrell until I read it later on that day.
He's this close to just giving everything away. You can tell he's like, I'm gonna tell you what happens. What happens in the post-credit scenes. Oh.
There aren't any post-credit scenes, so don't go to the theater.
They said there is, but they're not worth waiting for.
It's stupid. There's nothing to wait. There's no post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
Now, once again,
I was thinking the other day how the other day I was thinking when Batman was first came out in like 38, like I don't know how old Bruce Wayne would have been then, but if he was, in his late 30s or something, who knows how, the way they drew him. If they did a golden age version of Batman, his parents could have easily been killed by since it was like the fan, it wasn't the recession back then. The Great Depression was in.
Al Capone and like the gangsters and stuff like that. Everything.
Yeah, but more like a Dillinger and those guys that were, because
No,
everybody was broke, and they were trying. There was everything was messed up, So like the Grapes of Wrath type stuff, they could easily. It would almost be like a guy that you kind of like were rooting for that killed their parents because they would have been rich, and he would be like, "I'm destitute," if they did it like that.
Good morning, Second Street Marvel. So, I think two and a half of us have not seen the movie yet. So we're just.
What do I need to do to prove to you? How about this? There's not one, there's not two, but there's 3 endings to the movie. Just pick one ending and wrap it up. It's been 2.5 hours already. I don't need another 45 minutes of movie. I went in at 3:00. The movie started at 3:00. I looked at my watch my phone after it's over. It was 6:15.
Dude, it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, 15.
They tell you that you buy the ticket. It's on the ticket.
Included in the 3 hours.
Hey man, stay home next time. Hey, Wiz, this guy is complaining about getting bang for his buck. That's great.
I went to see this movie.
It took me.
And dark.
See, this is what you get. This is what you get for going to see the movie. You couldn't wait. You just couldn't wait. We're doing a prediction video, and you just couldn't wait. You had to go Thursday morning to go see the back. Well, guess what? You get what you get. Okay, that's on you. This is karma going. Well, maybe you shouldn't. Well, now you're gonna hate it. Now you're gonna go in at 3 and come out at 9:00 at night. All right, buddy. Let's see how you roll. We see how you roll, man.
All right. So
Jamie was hoping to. He bought us all tickets. So he was going to take us out to right after this.
Yeah.
And he was going to.
I had tickets in my pocket.
But prediction-wise for the Batman, well, he's already seen it, so we'll just ask him.
Man, you knew what the show was about.
I wanted a banging soundtrack. I didn't really know what the show was about till Thursday night.
One thing, I hope he starts getting a little bit. He said sun. I hope he does get some sun because he looks just. I mean, I never wanted to see a Batman movie where he is like what Batman would actually be, just like a gross, anemic looking dude that like hides in his basement and cries all day and then like punches himself and. I mean, dude, you need to get over your parents getting blown away when you were 5. I mean, come on. Like I've seen my cat get ran over. I'm not like hunting. I'm gonna dumb cars.
I'm not sure that's the same thing.
It is. It is.
All right. Well,
come on.
Since somebody spoiled the show.
I spoiled it. How have I spoiled it? I don't know enough.
We told you we were doing this like 10 years ago, and you're like, I'm not gonna go see it, I promise. And then you go and see the movie. You go and see it.
And once again,
it's out
every day about the movie, and it wouldn't help you guys any.
Man, and he's clowning on you, Jamie, because I was like, yeah, he's seen it. And then you were like, really? And then he was like, no, I didn't see it.
I didn't say no. I just sat there and said it was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Bad child. You're a bad child. You're a bad child, man. Who ate these cookies? Who ate mom's pop? Not me.
And I will say it's a good thing there weren't more black people in this movie because you couldn't see him anyway because it was too dark.
Oh. Oh, man. You mean on the screen or in the theater?
Yes. No.
Was as dark as Spider-Man was before I told him to go fix the projector?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes, maybe.
Maybe they had to fix the projector again. When we went to see Spider-Man
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
The new one.
Yeah. We got all the way through like the fight sequence with.
You guys seen that without me?
Electro. You'd already seen it, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting for you guys to go and see it.
Oh, we saw it.
I'll go see it again.
You guys are leaving your bros in the back, man. Dang, man. This is bad news.
Sorry,
I can't roll with you guys.
Hey, look,
man.
I want to see Batman again.
Okay, well,
so I can see how the car gets slipped through.
Here's the thing. Spider-Man had some.
The movie sleeper, cinema sleeper. That's what you are, man. I want to go see how good this movie is. If it's any good, I won't sleep through it. How many naps do you give it, Vic? How many naps do you give it?
I was fine until we got to the end. They're like, come on, wrap this up.
Yeah, I went when I seen the end of the Lord of the Rings, the last Lord of the Rings movie. I kept standing up at the end, like because they kept boop boop. It's the best Batman movie ever.
And that's the thing. The people I follow, they love it. How great it is and how amazing it is. And like I said, I must have just kept falling asleep at the wrong time.
Jeez. No offense, Vic, but I don't know if I trust your judgment on movies or anything. If I see this movie and it's the best movie ever, I won't be able to trust it. But if I fall asleep too, of course, I have a good night's sleep, so I can't, and I'd rather be afraid of getting stabbed or something. I don't think I'd be able to fall asleep in a.
Oh yeah, you see, remember the Titans?
I was awake for the Eternals, man, so I'll be able to wake up for this movie.
All right.
Oh, that's
unless it's just like a dark screen rain noise, it'll put me to sleep.
That dark the whole time.
As dark as this right here?
Yes.
So
what is this supposed to be?
That screening of the Spider-Man was first too. But
okay, so we're moving on to Doctor Strange, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So here's a little trick I have to do at work sometimes, where I'm looking at a reference photo or something that's too dark, and I need to get more information out of it. So through the magic of Photoshop, we can go in and start lightening things. And if you'll notice, does my mouse show up? Yeah. Notice like areas right here where there's like no detail. If I lighten it, that detail, yeah, here we go. Right. The detail starts coming through, and we can pick up on a lot more of what's kind of lying in the shadows.
You need to be doing those Easter egg shows.
I know, right? So this isn't going to be like a breakdown of the trailer or anything, but there were a few things that kind of caught my eye, and I wanted to kind of bring to people's attention. And one thing that really bothers me about some of the stuff that goes on in the community is everybody latches on. Well, not everybody. Some people really like to latch on to certain things they see, and they live and die by. This is gonna spike a book, or it drives up the price of a comic or something. That's totally. It's irrational once you really think it through. So I've invented what I'm calling the.
No! Yeah, you'll get yanked for that. The Spec Destroyer. Oh no! No! You played too much. It's coming down, man.
So I am going to destroy some spec, especially on this whole business about the Illuminati. So part of the
whoa, Jay-Z's in this?
Part of my my thought process on this is that Marvel is playing with our emotions here with some of this stuff by bringing in
playing with my heart.
They're splicing sound over visuals that have nothing to do with each other and making
it's obviously Aquaman
one way or the other. It does look like Aquaman, doesn't it? But this supposedly is, these are the chairs of the Illuminati, and everybody's going crazy. They think this dude over here is Blade, that
That's not Blade. That's Baron Mordo.
you,
It's obvious.
you are a smart cookie, man.
I was gonna say it's the Black Knight.
Dude, if you watch the trailer, he's got the sword and everything. It's Baron Mordo. Come on.
He's right there.
I mean, come on.
Here's one thing when I pulled this screen cap right here. So this is in the same room as that, obviously. What happened to the chairs?
They go into the ground
because they weren't there to begin this. This is all CGI. I think those chairs are CGI. Those guys aren't even sitting there. And Marvel has kind of admitted that they will do scenes from a movie that aren't finished yet or altered. They leave out specific information, stuff like that. So this is obviously the scene where the voiceover Patrick Stewart kind of comes in. So that's why everybody takes the visual of what they're seeing and listens to the audio and jumps to the conclusion that this is the Illuminati, which I'm not saying, I can't say this is absolutely not the Illuminati, but I'm saying I'm 95% sure this is not the Illuminati. So let's play my little Photoshop trick here, and I think I've got a larger copy of this. Maybe
it's gonna prove it, everybody. Definitive proof. You doing it? You got HD? Is this 4K pictures, or are you just like?
It is, but our stream, and this is a couple frames before that last one. Our stream is only going through as 720.
That looks like a poser body, anyway. So his arms and shoulders. Well, they could come out of the ground. You know what I'm saying? They could go into the ground like they're like.
Sure. We can pick up a little bit of detail on this guy.
You lightened it up?
Yeah.
Oh boy, great job.
Well, I can only deal
that
with
ruins everything. If anything, it looks like he has a necklace.
Yeah.
Or a sweater.
A sweater.
A what?
You know, one of them V-neck sweaters.
Yeah, sure. It looks like he's got something, probably some kind of, what they call him, a gauntlet on his wrist, his arm.
It looks like his arm is a one-arm jack that you pull the lever down on it. It looks like his arms are
a slot machine.
Yeah.
One-arm bandit.
Yep. So what about this guy over here? Yeah, we're not really picking up anything on him either.
That's Aquaman.
He is obviously a taller dude.
Maybe he's setting down.
I think this has more to do with the sorcerers and the magic and stuff like that than this Illuminati idea, because Mordo, he is the one that kind of walks into the scene back here.
Mordo, he's a bad guy in this movie, right?
Well, he's a bad guy in the comics and was kind of an ally in the first movie, and I'm not sure if he's
on the trailer. He was fighting Doctor Strange. I feel like everybody wants to fight Doctor Strange.
Yeah, this is almost like the technology used in Blade Runner. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Not really.
It's not as exciting as Blade Runner.
So, okay, you thought in the trailer they were fighting, right?
Yes.
They're not. He's breaking the thing for him.
Yeah, he's breaking the handcuffs.
Huh.
Which is really breaking it really hard, and if it pokes through, it's going to stab Doctor Strange. But
he has to. He likes to poke Doctor Strange.
All right, let's see.
And then we look where everything's the end of the universe, right?
So this is one shot that was only in the Super Bowl spot that wasn't in the 2-minute trailer that they were advertising, which some people are picking up on, some haven't. That this is
that's
Gator
Strange.
I don't know if it's the evil one or not. I mean, he's the
He has a white stripe.
There is a New Defenders comic where Doctor Strange has this look. It's based on a comic. The look in a specific comic, and this is obviously America here.
How much is that worth?
Well, it's worth $20 now because this dude appeared in the trailer. That's
I'll
what
have
happened.
to get that.
America. Miss Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
The first name's
Chavez.
America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And her power is she punches through realities. So that's kind of one of the reasons.
That's her power?
Yeah.
I thought she just expanded and got bigger whenever she wanted to.
That's America or Kamala Khan.
Oh.
That's Ms. Marvel.
It's Ms.
That's
Marvel.
Ms.
This is
Marvel.
America Chavez.
It's America.
America Chavez.
Sorry. I got my
You don't even know the new stuff that he's reading.
Jeez. Messed up. So then we also see this dude swirling around.
That's the Defender guy.
Yep.
That's the Defender Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Getting beat up.
The Defenders.
Yeah, it's this version of Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
And he's also supposed to be the zombie one too.
Is he?
Yeah. The dead one, the deadite. That guy. The only thing is, here's the thing about this: he doesn't have a beard.
Well, let's check.
He doesn't have a goatee.
Check the details on the uniform. Yeah, he's got this gold piping. He's got some of it there. I mean,
but he doesn't have a beard. His beard fell off.
True facts, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we also get this other.
I was thinking that was Nightmare. Like he becomes Nightmare. Like Doctor Strange is Nightmare.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I think we're going to see a lot of villains and heroes being good and bad because we've all out. I didn't screen cap it, but we do see like the villain Doctor Strange from What If. We see two different versions of Wanda, and one is obviously a dark version. She's got, instead of red, she's got black.
Dark as in like black dark?
Let me see. Okay, I'll do this one.
Oh.
So instead of a red tiara, it's almost
that
red.
is just lighting and okay. That's just lighting, and that's just them going, we got to make people darker because people don't like red.
I didn't capture it, but there are scenes where she's in a tiara and it's definitely a brighter red.
Well, that's all fine and all, but I want to make speculations that it's going to have the craziest amount of multiverse guys. I want to know what multiverse guys you think is going to be in it.
Oh,
not like, well, this
I got one for you. I mean, this has to be the debut, the long-awaited debut.
What you got?
Of Marshall Mathers, Eminem, Miles Morales.
His day's coming. I'm not gonna say it's.
We got multiverse here. Just throw him in one of the multiverses. I mean, they mentioned him in the last Spider-Man movie, sort of.
So this looks like this would make a great zombie Wanda, right? But I hate to burst anybody's bubble.
There really are going to be zombies in this next movie?
Yeah, it's this Wanda.
We don't. What are you?
What?
Oops. Aha! Aha! Wait, you don't think people know that?
No, I think people are seeing this stuff and they're like, Marvel zombies are coming because we see a zombie version of Wanda and we see a zombie version of Doctor Strange. And you're saying that maybe the Doctor Strange is Nightmare, and I'm saying this Wanda is not a zombie Wanda.
What I'm saying is I think. Well, I knew it. I don't. Whatever. That's the same.
We're here to
No!
destroy some stuff.
Dude, I just
All right.
like the
Well,
fact
here's
that
a
you're
question
so
for
like,
you. What's actually
aha!
destroying
I
here?
figured it out.
The
When
Marvel zombies
people
are
have
not
already
going to
probably
appear in
figured
this
it out.
movie.
You see
Oh, that's the real
this?
thing, Marvel Zombies?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
could make
alternate
phone
view.
calls. You didn't know that, did you? This is made of plastic and it
Hey,
holds water.
Hey, look.
Look, man, I don't mess with zombies.
This is what I'm telling you. Okay, there are people running wild buying these comics based on this trailer, and I'm here to tell them, cool your jets. Marvel is always screwing
Cool
with us
those jets.
in these trailers, and so let's talk about the last bit of controversy here.
Wait. Cool those jets because jets run hot.
When are we gonna get a Marvel movie with a banging soundtrack?
Every Marvel movie's got a banging soundtrack. Any Guardians of the Galaxy movie's got a banging soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something. This here, look, this is not Tom Cruise. My freaking this is not Tom Cruise, people.
That's way too tall to be Tom Cruise.
Look, I don't want to be sexist, but she's got a figure, and it doesn't. She's got hips, people.
You've never seen Tom Cruise ass, have you? That's Tom Cruise.
Can't see what doesn't exist.
So
you crazy, man.
So people
I've watched too many videos on this, so this is like
this
after. So I know all this. It's just the way you like. I'm the hot stuff here, and I know how. I'm gonna tell you how it is, and everybody else is like, "We know that, Jamie. We already seen this."
What we need for you, Jamie, is a wardrobe change. We need a Sherlock hat and a monocle.
Yeah, I have done all.
I want to see Marvel Zombies in this movie. If we do, it's not going to be the way we want. It's going to be a flash of another universe. Anyway.
How long is this movie going to be? 3.5, 4 hours?
It's got like a 3-hour runtime.
Yeah.
And they're doing reshoots to show flashes of other universes and stuff.
And the reason why I don't think Miles Morales is, if he shows up, if he's in the background, whatever, he won't be in it because, again, even though they share Sony and Marvel are like buddies, they're not. They're gonna leave that for a Spider-Man movie. They're not gonna do it in a Marvel movie.
Does Miles Morales count as a Sony, as the Sony Spider-Man?
Yeah, they own Spider-Man. They got the rights to all the Spider-Man. That's why they got Morbius, and they're doing the Craven movie, and they're like,
okay,
that's all Spider-Man's. That's a different license altogether.
Oh, okay.
So anything that came out in a Spider-Man book, they own it.
Yeah.
So they have the rights, first rights. But
my sister sent me a picture like this the other day.
Oh, yeah?
To show me how the cancer's taking like all her eyelashes and eyebrows because of all the chemo. She just got a naked eye. Kind of creepy.
Yeah, we know this is. She's looking at the room that they. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we see this room she's looking at. This is the last one we're gonna do.
Is that a pool hall?
It's this room right here.
Aha!
This is the reaction to Wanda showing up back here. That's the reaction to her showing up.
Does she? Okay, here's the speculation I want to know. Is she the bad guy? Who's the bad guy? Who do you speculate is the bad guy?
We don't know, and
Doctor Strange.
They will not tell us. I don't think.
Well, I'm
asking
you who you think.
They want to play with our feelings.
Think it is?
They want to play with our feelings to say it's either Doctor Strange, a version of Doctor Strange, or a version or the real Wanda.
Right, but I'm asking who you like. Who you?
Let's come back to this question because I do have a theory on it. All right,
it's the
what's your theory?
I want I want to do my trick and see what detail we can see in this.
Look at the
Let's see if this will work here.
Can you see my eyeball?
Yeah, it's not working correctly because.
All right, look at that. All right, people are starting to pop in now. Great.
Yay.
Another thing about Batman, when did he start flying?
When did Batman start flying?
Like he's just Superman that's out there flying.
Wow, I didn't spoil much, bro.
Look, this oh, we're not
another thing about Batman. When did he become Bruce Wayne? When was that canon? I don't remember him being Bruce Wayne.
We lost our feed. Hold on.
Huh? Oh, you lost that?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So let's do the whole levels trick to see what detail is lost in the shadows here. There, Coach Vic is in the movie.
I'm the villain.
Oh, I'm definitely not gonna see it now.
I would comment more about signing the NDA. I'm no Tom Holland.
Spill your beans. You already did about Batman. Jeez.
Really, what did I tell you about Batman? It's dark.
Yeah, this is a spoiler.
By the way.
Good morning, Captain Comics.
Yeah, I'm going to spoil something right now for you. When did the Batmobile get blue racing stripes? Which Batmobile is that?
I don't know. A cartoon version.
It's called its own movie.
Morning, Comic Cat 84.
So the villain of the piece, the villain of the Doctor Strange movie is Vic.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Because he's going to be asking about what is what during the whole movie. What's that supposed to be?
Hey,
oh, wait a minute.
You're glad to go
Where's
see
Miles
Batman.
Morales?
Like,
is Blade in this? Or are they going to bring in Storm?
Look, everybody's supposed to make a cameo.
And then it's going to be like, which one is this? Where's is Aquaman DC or Marvel?
like,
Who is it?
So, all right, let me get this straight. There's a Cobblepot, there's a Penguin, and there's a Colin Farrell. Which one is which?
They're all the same guy.
See, that's why you don't want me going to the movies with you.
So, speculation, predictions, whatever for Doctor Strange. Yeah, I don't think what they show you, like with the Patrick Stewart, Professor X thing coming in, I could see that just being like, hey, just do a blurry thing over the shoulder. But it's definitely his voice,
Yeah.
He might not be in that scene, but he's definitely in the movie.
Yeah, I almost did a screen cap of that over the shoulder scene because the profile of the back of his head, I'm not sure it's a match to Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Comic Head 84 says that Chthon was behind. Yeah, if you look at the movie poster, there's like all these broken shards, and there's this very creature-looking thing in one of the backgrounds. That'll be cool. I'll dig that because there is two Wandas. And there's one that's beat up, and then you got the one that's on the floor weeping.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, and if you remember, if you watched WandaVision, the end of WandaVision, spoilers, there's two Wandas. There's the one that's like the front, I guess, drinking the coffee or whatever. Right. Then there's the one that's going through the pages of the Darkhold or the universe or whatever.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're fighting. So that could be at the beginning of that whole movie is when you see them fight or whatever. So she could be getting if anything is she's gonna be trying to get her kids, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She was always supposed to be like this Nexus being to where there's only one of her in every universe. Like she's the same in every universe. Right? So I don't know why they're gonna do so many different ones. I want to see. I'd rather see. Who's the guy that played young Professor X? They should keep him because
Yeah.
and have him wipe out the other one.
I mean, there are rumors floating around all over the place. That what's the guy from The Office going to show up as Reed Richards?
John Krasinski.
I don't want that. I want Bruce Campbell to be Mr. Fantastic.
You know who I want to be Mr. Fantastic in this movie? The guy from the Roger Corman movie.
Oh, he don't look anything like he used to. He looks like you. He looks more like Vic now.
If they're bringing in, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, and they brought in Tobey Maguire and the other guy, the other Spider-Man.
Well, then they have to do the Peyton Reed ones or whatever that dude. The Jessica Alba.
Steve Harvey is Mr. Fantastic.
Who?
Steve Harvey.
He's aged out. Sorry.
He can be the Thing.
He can be the Mole Man.
He's the Thing. I can see him as the Thing.
I have a question though. Whatever happened to Kang? I thought we were supposed to be seeing Kang and all this stuff.
Kang might make an appearance here. He's definitely part of the Time Variance Authority thing. But think about this.
Are these two separate things? The Time Variance? Okay.
I mean, the Loki TV series kind of introduced into the MCU this idea of the multiverse.
Oh, okay.
So that it kind of launched from there. Kang is supposed to be the big bad in the Ant-Man movie and would be a big bad in other future Marvel movies. So
okay.
I'm not sure.
I got a question about Spec. Spec Destroyer. No? Okay. Right.
I'm sorry.
We're probably over our limit.
No!
I'm the speculator. I'm speculating on the spec, baby. Like Comic Cat 84 suggested that he doesn't know who Chthon is the issue where Chthon first appears. Is that going through the roof?
Yeah.
And will it?
It's not going through the roof, but it's spiking. It's an Avengers issue, a John Byrne Avengers issue.
I have to get that.
Speculator.
I got it last year. Before it was a thing.
Ooh.
This is another thing. You're the Spec Destroyer, but yeah, you're all up on it, man. You're like, I'm gonna get it.
I bought it because it's got John Byrne art in it. I'm a simple man.
You don't like John Byrne. I remember you bashed him all the time.
Yeah, I'm a John Byrne fan.
Yeah.
Are we entering the multiverse of madness here?
We are. Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, they said that John Krasinski from The Office is gonna be Spec the movie, prediction of the movie, that he's gonna be Mr. Fantastic. I myself would love to see an old Mr. Fantastic played by Bruce Campbell, who is in most Raimi's movies, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're saying that the Illuminati is gonna be killed off by Wanda, but
Kenny, you gotta go back.
That's kind of mean.
Watch about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in. Watch the rewind of this show. I destroyed that whole concept of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Professor X. So yeah, let's not give him Illuminati.
It's not. There might be Illuminati here, but the clues they've given us are not enough to support that theory.
But what he did was he lightened up a picture that was probably off of someone's phone, and just blurry mob blobs of massive people. Yeah, that's what he showed us. He destroyed it just by doing that.
Well, since we're talking about possibilities throughout the multiverse, they helped me out a lot if they made the Miles Morales Captain America in the movie. Now I could sell that book for $1 mint.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to destroy your spec destroyer by saying that the chairs we see were replacements because there were actually people in the chairs, so they put up those fake empty chairs
Okay.
to throw you off. There's like Jamie Hood's gonna lighten up these screenshots, so we better put in some fake stuff. That's what it was. They knew they seen you coming a mile away, Jay Hood.
I had a theory on who that big character is, and I totally forgot
That's
it.
Chewbacca, dude.
Huh?
That's Chewbacca.
You know what that is?
Chewbacca.
It's Captain Carter.
Oh,
you just blowing it wide open.
I mean, that's a better chance of being She-Hulk than Captain Carter, don't you?
Well, Captain Carter is kind of She-Hulk. She got big.
Ooh,
and what if this was the Killmonger Black Panther?
Well, you know what?
What if these are the characters from the What If series?
Aha! Aha! I'm sorry, Jamie. Like, I don't know. Oh man, it's like, yeah. I watched too many. Yeah. Like, well, Jamie's thinking that if it's anybody, it's going to be a bunch of sorcerers, like all the Sorcerer Supremes, from different universes, maybe.
I mean, the fact
that. But then, of course, that doesn't explain the robots, the Ultron robots that obviously have Iron Man armor, and yeah, so that kind of that.
When's this movie come out again? May?
Yeah.
June. They pushed it to June.
Long wait.
And I got a big reveal. Water is wet.
Okay, can you explain the Stark variant other than the Ultron being there? Because we know that the photon person is a Rambo.
It's either her or her as Captain Marvel or something.
Yeah, that's what it's a variant of Captain Marvel going binary.
Yeah. Also, I've seen cleaned up footage, and it looks a lot like Kang. It looks like the guy that plays Kang in a suit.
Yeah, but
one of full government name.
But Kang doesn't have the hips that this person does. Sorry.
Dude,
as we learned from
Uncanny Valley is hard to do, buddy. You can make, and here's another thing. That could just be phony baloney stuff. That could be the Human Torch. If you wanted to be the Human Torch.
No, the clues are all there. It's a Captain. It's a Captain Marvel variant going binary. It's all there.
Okay.
It could be Monica.
All right.
It could be Monica. It could be her mother. I mean, I give Comic Kid 84 credit for that idea.
It could be your mama.
Her mother was.
Well, that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if this is Iron Man or not. I'm not saying it's Iron Man. Iron Man could still be in there somehow, or he could have created the Ultron, or Ultron could be the Vision Ultron from the What Ifs. So,
yeah.
There's plenty of this is the thing. Just like those chairs that are empty that could actually have like 1 million people sitting in them, they could be all CGI'd out, and then when we go to see it, you could have Batman and Superman and all those guys in there, and Frank Miller with Alan Moore.
Like this scene right here where all the chairs are gone.
Yeah, they're probably
CGI'd
out.
I'm just for Kenny's benefit, because he missed it when we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
All the chairs are gone. I don't know why I said
Here's the thing. Vic has already seen Doctor Strange, and he's just holding back.
Mm-hmm.
He isn't going to tell us that he's seen it, but he's seen it. He knows everything that's happened. Now let's get to the real meat and potatoes. Let's talk about Morbius again. Which universe is he in? Because they show Spider-Man and it says murderer next to his name on there. And it's a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit. And it's got Daily Bugle from a different universe. And then it's got Michael Keaton as the Vulture in it. So where is he from? And he says he's Venom. So let's see. What universe is Morbius? And you don't care, do you? You really don't.
I don't. I'm such not a Spider-Man fan. I mean, I respect the character, but all of his tertiary characters, I'm just like not enthused by.
Yeah, I'm excited by Batman's Tweedledum and Tweedledee characters. Those are the most exciting guys.
Really, all Spider-Man.
The Mad Hatter.
You know, like Gwenpool or
Batman had so many cool
Ock.
villains.
Or Frozone.
The Rat
Frozone,
Catcher.
best villain ever.
Frozone. That's
the Incredibles.
No, Frozone was played by Jamie Foxx. No, Jamie Foxx is Electro. Oh, Frozone was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Cheap pop cameos. Like Miles Morales is showing up. That's all Vic wants is Miles Morales to show up.
I don't know. Kevin Feige has said this is going to, affect the Marvel Universe forever in interviews. So I think it's going to have some amount of kind of steering what they're doing, the direction they're taking. But I agree, they're going to have a ton of stuff in there just to have us squeal in our seats.
And then Jamie's going to pop up and he's go, "That's Doctor Strange." I told you he was going to be in the movie.
So one of the big theories is that
the movie's called Doctor Strange.
Somehow Wanda is going to introduce the mutants into the MCU as like she's undoing like a no more mutants thing. That's one of the.
I think they've been around. I think they've been around already, man. I think
I didn't like the Eternals.
Yeah, boy, they'll get my hopes up. I love me some Eternals. I love going to Walmart.
A legitimate question for you.
Okay.
All right. So the thing that was the Sorcerer Supreme. You said it wasn't a Swamp Thing.
Man Thing.
Mm-hmm. How does Man Thing work into all this, or is that just a cameo just for cameo's sake?
What are you talking about? What cameo?
In Eternals.
I never saw him in Eternals.
No, not Eternals. Shang-Chi.
I never saw him in Shang-Chi.
He was there at the beginning when he finally went to the underground fighting ring.
No.
The Sorcerer.
No.
Well, who was that?
Abomination.
The Abomination.
Who had already done the villain in the Hulk movie.
Hey, does he got a nerd card or something we can cut up?
You know what we need? We
revoke this dude. I want to revoke this dude. Revoked, buddy. Yeah. How long we been doing this show? And he just asked if Man Thing was Abomination. How does that work?
I'm getting canceled from the comic book community. How sad
dude,
is
we're
that?
canceled. Comic cancel this dude. Oh my goodness! This is like when you leave, you're like, "Come on, Vic," and then we leave. We go out. We got a Goodfellas, this dude, man. It's like if you walk into a room with us and there's plastic on the floor, don't enter that room, baby. Oh my goodness, Vic! We are bad team. I am coming to your house, Vic, and I'm gonna bring all my. And we're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it if it kills us. Oh my goodness. What was Roger Rabbit doing in that Bugs Bunny cartoon? I don't know, man.
You know what we're gonna do next time? We're gonna do flashcards.
You got your cue cards. That's what you need.
The
Yeah.
hero on the front of the card and the brand on the back of the card, and we'll do flashcards.
Oh, I know everything. I know what's DC and what's Marvel, for the most part. And like I know Spider-Man's independent, so that's how I keep it all straight. Batman's DC,
You
Spider-Man Sony, and everybody else is Marvel. And Superman, they just make bad Superman movies now.
Sony does not own Spider-Man.
They own the movie rights.
Spider-Man.
Who's AT&T on?
DC.
For now. Okay. What's the? I'm ready to keep going here. Batman's 3 hours. We can do 2 hours. Okay, listen. If we're having fun, I don't know. We can top that. That might be the mic drop.
We're a lot more entertaining than that Batman movie was.
I think we'll cap it off with that. We're right just past an hour long.
Okay.
We'll pick up this conversation next time.
So next episode, I want to talk about the extreme makeover of comic book characters, the suits that we loved, the suits that we hated, to the extreme. We're gonna rock a mic like a vandal. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna do that, and we're talking all the greats. We're talking all the greats.
How about this for staying on brand? Like Miles Morales going from wearing Jordans to wearing some busted up 3 stripes.
Sure.
That's legitimate.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to talk about the suits we love, and then the suits they try to like. You know, we're talking regular orange and green Aquaman versus ocean suit Aquaman. That's the type of junk I want to talk about.
Right.
But nothing's going to top us. We got to leave because Vic needs to be brought into the room with the plastic flooring. Oof. Man, I'm like...
He's going to go out and crank his car and it's just going to explode.
Oh, man.
I know I should have got the remote starter.
Dude. You know how you got that Spec Destroyer? The Spec Destroyer? Listen, I want you to get the scanner that you've seen the scanners. I want you to get the scene with the head exploding. And I want you to like that anytime Vic has a Vic Buster. That's what it's called. Vic Buster. And then it goes, ooh, and dude's head blows up. That's gotta.
All right.
And A4, I'm gonna make Hood put that picture together for me.
With the pink
What?
and black.
No, the Heart Foundation with Miles Morales is part of the Heart Foundation.
Okay.
Where it's pink and black.
They be doing that.
Matter of fact, that's what I give.
Hey, Hort, you didn't even let me show off my get, man. I got the Dark Knight figures.
Oh yeah,
Very cool. That's the McFarlane one.
Yeah, McFarlane, look at Superman, just like a Ronnie Reagan. He's great.
why are his hands off?
So you can put different ones on.
Well, toys today, Vic, is you can take their hands off and put in different hands.
Okay.
I gotta say that Build-A-Figure is just all kinds of wrong.
Of the horse?
Yeah. Like which one comes with a head?
The Joker.
That makes it awesome. Joker with a horse. It's so Godfather. It's great. Oh God,
Now the Joker, like the chase, is it hard to get?
No, it's just when the Walmart I went to didn't have it, so I had to. I don't know if I'm gonna open these. I kind of want to keep them in packaging, but I kind of want to put Batman on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty cool. I mean, they look. Here's the thing: a lot of people in the past have done where, we're gonna do, the McFarlane or the Miller Dark Knight. Make a look at these. Actually have a better resemblance to them. I dig these.
They look good. They look better
Yeah.
than the ones DC did themselves.
That isn't hard. Because when they go DC Direct or something, bleh.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Well, all right, we will do hero makeovers or successes and failures next time.
Yes and no. Pros and cons.
Comic book
Fashionistas.
All right, we'll see you next time, guys. Faith, family, comic books. See you next time.
Whenever there's a crime, who's always there to fight it? Whenever there's a wrong, who's always there to right it? When someone breaks the law, who do people holler for? It's the bad